Hey, how's it going, guys? Garcia here with your daily portfolio update, Palantir earnings special. So no, you're not getting clickbaited with the thumbnail. We did close at 176,000 at 3 p.m. Central, but right now it's 3 hours later, and we are at $194,157.75. So it's almost like an $18,000 swing since closing. So let's check out how the stocks did today. So yeah, most of that is in the big accounts. Let's see. Let's go to just the holdings. We don't have to go through the whole watch list. All right. So based off of percent change, today's best performer as of right now, obviously Palantir. But Palantir did close at. It closed down 1% today. Closed down at 41.45. Well, we're sitting at a pretty 46.58 right now. HIMS also had a pretty good earnings. So our long call on HIMS is going to do really well tomorrow. Enphase is up 4% today. And a bunch of 1%. I don't go over the 1% moves. Upselera down slightly. Tesla down 2%. Marathon down 3%. Riot down 4%. TSLL and Enovix down 7%. So Enovix is struggling. They are struggling. But I always figured, okay, I'm going to be buying between the $6 and $8 range anyway. So I'll double down on the long calls if we stay down here a lot longer. Okay, let's move on to the accounts. In the traditional IRA, we're down 3.5% today. We're up 68% year to date and all time, going back to April 11th of 2024. No changes in this account. We still have $560 in buying power. This is our equity right now. So we have about twice as much Rocket Lab as we do TSLL and Enovix. And total percent change, we're down almost 10% on the long calls on the Enovix. We're down 7% on TSLL. And we're up 17% on Rocket Lab. Okay. Let's see. In the Roth IRA, we're down almost 7%, so 4.7% today. We're up 55.5% year to date and all time, 55%, going back to December 22nd of last year. Okay, and in this account, we have about 1,800 in buying power, and this is the equity right now that we have. So in the equity in this account, we have most of it in Tesla, around 9,000 in Tesla, 8,000 in Rocket Lab, and around 1,800 in Enovix. That's kind of like it takes the majority of it, and 400 in Upselera. Total percent change, we're up 42% on the Tesla calls. We're up 12% on Rocket Lab. We're down 4% on Upselera and down 5% on Enovix. The SoFi and Celsius calls, those were basically YOLO calls, so I expect those to expire worthless. All right, and the moment I've been waiting for to share is the big account. And please, hit the like button. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet, if you appreciate the daily updates. So today we were down 2.2% today. But we're up a whopping almost 12% after hours. So we're down $3,500, and then we just turn around and now we're up almost $18,000 after hours. In the past 3 months, we're up 112%. We're up 161% year to date, 165% in the past year, and 102% all time going back to August 2nd of 2021. So we've officially, is this the very first time? Is this the first time I've doubled the portfolio? I think it is. I think this is the first time this portfolio has doubled in value. Wow, a pretty big milestone here. So going back to August 2nd of 2021. So it took about 3 years to double the portfolio after all the mistakes that I made in between. It's pretty wild. I mean, just for those who are new to the channel and who haven't seen how low this portfolio has gotten, I mean, on January 31st, it was as low as 47 grand. Didn't add much money into it either. I've actually pulled money out of this account. Okay, now going to the options, let's go to equity. And the equity here. So we have around $160,000 in Palantir, $5,600 in Rocket Lab. And for the long calls, we have around $9,000 in Tesla, $2,300 in Amazon, $1,500 in Google, $2,000 in SoFi, $1,700 in Rocket Lab, $1,200 on HIMS, $900 on Enphase, and $1,000 in Enovix. I know, it was all over the place. I did not go in order at all. I do apologize. Now, I know I'm not going to keep the 18,000 that it's up. If Palantir holds the price where it's at right now, like 46, 47, if that price holds steady till tomorrow morning at 8:30, I'm not going to keep that 18 grand. I'm going to give back around 8,000 of that. So I'm only going to be up 10 grand. Like the portfolio would be around 186,000. Why? Because of these beautiful covered calls that I did not close. I did not want to close these because I was already underwater on them. So closing them at a 31% profit would still mean that I would be losing money and locking in a loss on these covered calls. Now, how do I know exactly how much I'm going to give away? We go to simulate my returns. So right now Palantir is at 46.59. As you can see at the bottom, you can see this wheel right here. Well, you go to the current price and you can kind of just go and see what it's going to look like. And if Palantir stays at this price, these contracts will be worth $7.51, or give me a total return of negative $4,400. Well, right now I have a positive $3,800, meaning you get the difference of those two numbers, like that swing. You're talking about almost an $8,000 difference, right? Like almost up, almost 4 grand, and down 4 grand. That's an $8,000 swing, meaning I'm not going to get to keep all of these gains that I'm seeing right now after hours. This is the major risk in what you're signing up for when you are selling covered calls. And I'm still learning. I don't consider myself an expert by any means, but if you're completely new to this, you might be making mistakes, closing early or panicking, letting yourself get assigned without rolling or without reevaluating where you think the stock is going to go. So for me, I'm just going to continue rolling. I'm just going to, wherever we're at tomorrow, I'm just going to calculate the extrinsic value, which actually it'll give me the value now. So the contract will be worth around $750. And if Palantir, let's just say they're at $46.50. $46.50 minus 40 is $6.50, right? $6.50 minus $7.50, which is the price of the contract tomorrow, is still $1, meaning I have $1 of extrinsic value left, meaning the risk of early assignment is still very low, because the person on the other side of the contract would have to give up that entire dollar for every contract they want to get assigned on or that they want to execute, which they're not going to do. So in that case, I would hold on to these until the extrinsic value, like I always say, is going to get to around 20 cents. And another reason why is because I don't expect Palantir to continue pumping up above $50 in the very short term. That's just my assumption. That's my guess. So that's why I'm going to be making the moves that I'm making. So yeah, hopefully I didn't ramble too much and I kind of talk through the logic or my reasoning behind this trade and behind my portfolio. All right, so let's check out what's going on Twitter. It has been a busy day for memes on Twitter. Let's see. Okay, so if you guys have been, unless you've been living under a rock, you know that there was a squirrel in New York that got killed by animal control. I think someone reported some guy. What they didn't know, or maybe they did know, is that the squirrel was famous. It was like a YouTube sensation, I think, or I don't know, Instagram sensation. Well, this is the New York Department of Environmental Conversation hotline after Peanut's assassination.
This is for Rachel, you big fat white nasty smelling fat bitch. Why you took me off the motherfucking Oompa Loompa body ass bitch? I'm coming up there and I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you, bitch. And this is for Rachel, you big.
Fucking A, man. You know what I do? 30 million chicks at the same time. What was that in response to? Jason asking, serious question, what would you do with $300 billion? What's your detailed master plan? What I do, just quoting Office Space, 30 million chicks at the same time. Show me your ontology.
I'm thinking I might take that new chick from logistics. Things go well, I might be showing her my O face. Oh. You know what I'm talking about. Oh. Yeah, right. See.
And this is the weekly update that I give to people on Twitter. You guys get to see it every day, really. Me just going over the year-to-date and all-time returns on the portfolio. And I go over what the lowest point of the portfolio was, which was January 31st. That's when the portfolio was worth around 47 grand. Oh, the big portfolio was worth around 47 grand. Big week ahead for Palantir investors. Monday is Erection Day, and Tuesday is Election Day. Let me be dead ass with you, brother. I'm erect.
Every financial analyst
Wearing the Palantir merch, of course. And here's our Jim Cramer talking about let's get it done. Well, I decided to make a couple edits.
It wakes up in the morning, and after, with notable exceptions that we revere, really revere, wakes up in the morning, and after they stay at Motel 6, they have a huge opinion about how to manage large language models. It's completely theoretical and idiotic. Every financial analyst wakes.
Conservatives, when the betting odds were 63% Trump, 37% Kamala. This is the pinnacle of prediction, the ultimate way of knowing who the next president will be. Conservatives, when the odds were 50-50. It's all rigged. Obama and Soros pumped in a bunch of money for the Democrats. So I just think prediction markets are just a way for people who try to make money. They're not really predicting the future. You know, it's not a way to, I mean, I guess it's all probability, right? Excuse me. The only electoral map that matters today is that Palantir wins it all. We won, and boy did they win. I'm pretty sure this is going to get muted by YouTube. But I'm pretty sure you guys will know which song it is just from the couple of seconds. And then there's the bulls just crying and screaming. The bears are screaming while the bears are nodding, watching their portfolio go up. And I got a very pleasant surprise today. So, good friend Peter Todd, who is known as Juba in the Palantir community, especially on Reddit, he is now working at Palantir, which is incredible. I'm very happy for him. He sent me this shirt with a very kind note, and I was thanking Eliano in chat as well. This is a t-shirt commemorating their inclusion in the S&P 500, which I'm currently wearing right now. And the note says, Garcia Capital, thanks for being the absolute best meme slinger in the community. Enjoy the shirt and can't wait to meet Juba. So very kind words. Thank you, Juba. Thank you, Peter. And Palantir Technologies has just reported 30% year-over-year revenue growth. Hell yes. And if you guys don't know, I am a cheeky cunt. I would like to thank Technical Analysis for allowing Palantir to hit $47. It bounced off my Fibonacci levels perfectly, just like I called it. So only my ultimate Patreon subscribers saw the targets being hit. And thanks to me being correct, Palantir got there. Thanks to me. All right, Palantir investors today.
Life like this sure is sweet, huh?
It definitely is.
Garcia Capital taking victory laps, even though all he did was shit post throughout 2024. And I think that's it for today, guys. I think this is going to be a long one. I don't even know how much time has passed. But I do appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you for your time. Stay long and strong, Palantir, guys. Congratulations to all of the shareholders out there. And